NASA astronaut Scott Kelly returned from space after spending nearly a year aboard the International Space Station. Kelly's extended stay on the Orbiter Lab was for NASA's year-long mission. It's an experiment to see how long-term spaceflight affects the human body. The idea behind the mission is to help NASA better prepare for trips into deep space. A crewed mission to Mars, for instance, is going to take upwards of several months. NASA wants to know how astronauts will fare during these missions. They also want to figure out how to control and prevent any negative health effects along the way and when the astronauts get there. Kelly collected several body samples prior to and during his flight to document how his body had been changing. NASA also had a unique opportunity with Kelly since he has an identical twin, Mark Kelly, who is a former astronaut himself. Mark is serving as a control subject in this experiment by remaining on Earth. Since the twins are genetically identical, samples from the brothers can be compared to show just how much Scott's body has adapted to living in microgravity for so long. Researchers can then try to tease out if there is a genetic basis for some of the health changes people experience in space. As for what those body changes will be, NASA will find out once Kelly gets back to Earth. Many people who live in space experience problems with their cardiovascular system. Microgravity causes bodily fluids like blood to float up into the torso region, so veins in the legs weaken and can contract blood easily. Astronauts also have a hard time with their spatial orientation and balance since they don't have the same cues in space to tell them which way is up. And people also report vision changes, potentially due to fluid building up in the brain behind the eyes. It's something that's affected Kelly in space, actually.
I have a little bit of, I think, effect on my vision that is very consistent with what I experienced last time.
His muscles and bones are likely a lot weaker too. On Earth, we work out these systems just by standing and walking around as gravity pulls us down. Without gravity, astronauts have to compensate as much as possible by doing specific exercises. Once Kelly's back on solid ground, NASA will try to figure out how space has really affected him. First, Kelly will do a test as soon as he gets back to Earth to see how well he adjusts to a gravity environment again.
When I get back to Houston, I'll go to the astronaut crew quarters at the Johnson Space Center for several hours of medical tests that end at about 3 in the morning. And then I'm going to go home and jump in my pool.
Also, it's important to note that Kelly is famous for his amazing photography skills. The photos shown before are his. And he likes to make pranks to the other astronauts. Like the following one.